All right, let's now tell you what is happening within the United States of America, the kind of support that perhaps Trump has when he's continuing this war against Iran. Well, there's been a major crack which has emerged inside the Trump administration over the Iran war. Top counter-terror official Joe Kent has resigned, becoming the first senior figure to publicly break ranks. This is perhaps the first domino to fall, so to say. Kent says he could not support the war in good conscience, arguing that Iran posed no imminent threat. His exit highlights a growing divide within the America First camp between those backing military action and those opposing intervention. Trump was hit back, calling Kent very weak on security and defending the threat from Iran. Let's tell you more about the implications of Kent's resignation and what perhaps it means for the United States of America. Before that, take a listen to the reaction that have been coming in on the story, especially from the U.S. President.
Well, I read his statement. I always thought he was a nice guy, but I always thought he was weak on security, very weak on security. I didn't know him well, but I thought he seemed like a pretty nice guy. But when I read his statement, I realized that it's a good thing that he's out, because he said that Iran was not a threat.
All right, so why is Kent's exit so significant? Why is it so important? First, the first point is that Joe Kent, he is the first high-profile exit of a prominent Trump ally over the Iran war. Now, Kent was a former soldier. He was an ex-CIA officer and a vocal Make America Great Again loyalist. He dissent hard to dismiss simply as political obstructionism. Then, this also signals political fissures in the the MAGA base, that's Trump's MAGA base, some kind of fissures as the war has very well entered day 19. Let's now tell you more about let's revisit what are the key US goals in this ongoing war. First, that's what Trump has said, preventing a nuclear Iran. Second, decimating Iran's axis of resistance, which is also one of US's main goals in the ongoing war. And lastly, can never threaten Israel and US. They want to dismantle Iran to that degree. But as US and Israel are together in this war, what are some differences in US and Israeli goals? First, let's take you through the first difference, which is our next graphics. Take you through the first difference between US and Israel. That is that Israel is perhaps, there's a regime change, which is a priority for Israel. Yes, that's what I'm talking about here. The differences in US and Israeli goals. Number one, regime change seems to be a priority for Israel. Second, US right now is unclear about how long the war will continue, nor has US clearly lamented the main goals of the war. Third, as we speak, Israel's war is not just with Iran, but also with Hezbollah in Lebanon. Israel has already launched an on-ground invasion of Hezbollah, and that is something which the US is not a part of.